Our presentation's on our, Gen Z's perspective of Asians, and our group members are Chloe Yim, Olivia Lee, Claire Yoon, Rachel Yu, and Lindsay Kim. So our table of contents are, we have four sections. Section 1 is by Chloe, and it's racism in our daily lives. Section 2 is by Claire, and it's sharing culture from the homeland. Section 3 is by Rachel, and it's about Asian American media. And then section 4 is by me, and it's about Asian influencers' effects on our culture. So that's section 1.
Physical racism and stereotypical racism. So for physical racism, from the COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of Koreans face like discrimination and xenophobia also increased in society, because a lot of a lot of other racial groups kind of grouped Koreans with like overall Asians, and so a lot of them were blamed for the spread of COVID, which increased hate crimes for Asians and sort of damaged like societal view of Asians, especially like Chinese and Koreans. Hate crimes increased, which targeted like Koreans and other Asians because they were sort of driven by like prejudice and stereotypes that they have of Asian people. Hate crimes generally have like a negative impact because they are often hostile and also reinforce like the negative stereotypes of Asians and damages our communities. For mocking accents and stretching eyes, that's basically like it's just like racist mockery of Koreans and other Asian people as well. So it's that's basically like when people like don't have respect for Asian people. So it and when people mock accents and like stretch their eyes, it sort of like spreads more negative stereotypes into society. So all of these things are like physical racism and negatively impacts our community. So one of the main ways that we have shared or spread Korean culture is through K-pop. K-pop is like Korean pop, and it has their popularity has grown a lot in the US and other countries as well. Basically, K-pop has changed societal views of Korea. K-pop is helping spread like Korean culture and is making the world more inclusive and connected. K-pop has had a significant role in their spreading their language, trends, fashion, and music to other countries and like making it worldwide, which is also helping to increase knowledge and interest in South Korean culture. Aside from Ohio University said that K-pop, with its distinctive cultural fusion, serves as a bridge between the East and West, breaking down cultural barriers effectively. And addressing issues like Asian discrimination, K-pop's inclusivity is remarkable. The industry attracts talents from various ethnic backgrounds and fosters diversity and challenges stereotypes. So clearly, K-pop is a really important factor when um, creating like a better societal view for Korea and also helping spread their culture and trends and traditions. An example of Korean music influencing the world is Gangnam Style. So Gangnam Style is a song made by PSY, and it's one of the most popular Korean songs ever. If you ask people like from our generation, everyone probably knows what Gangnam Style is. This song brought Korean music and entertainment to a more global audience and also paved the way for other types of Korean music like modern day like Korean pop. Gangnam Style contributed to society's growing appreciation for Korean music and humor. And so overall K-pop has introduced people to Korean music and entertainment and also challenges old stereotypes about Asian culture so that more people can understand and appreciate Korean culture. So this is section 2 continued about Korean food and skincare and makeup. Korean food includes like dalgona and boba and Korean corn dogs, hwachae, soju, and like a whole bunch of stuff like tanghulu. So a lot of these things have become trends and popularized by social media like TikTok. So these new food interests and popularity has actually helped our spread our culture and like our food to the whole world, because as these new food become trends, and like as people like share like the types of food that we have, it allows people to see Korea with more of an open mind, and are it helps them like be more willing to try our types of food and learn about our culture. So the the unique food that we have has also allowed for culture appreciation, as more people from different backgrounds are curious about Korean cuisine. So again, food has an important role in encouraging curiosity and increasing acceptance of Korea's rich and vibrant culture. Next is skincare and makeup. So skincare, Korean skincare especially, has been like one of the most like has had like the most rapid rise, I'd say, like in social media. Things like glass skin and like different types of Korean products have become really popular, which um have actually brought a lot of benefits for Korea, because Korea is now known as one of the top countries for skincare and makeup, which has positioned Korea as a leader in the beauty industry, which they previously like were not seen that way. So now this new like trend that people like are spreading, and the information that people are spreading about Korean skincare basically makes their image more positive, and also helps spread like Korean beauty products, trends, and techniques across the world. Korean skincare and makeup has um, become especially popular in the US. And if you look like on TikTok and stuff, people are more open to trying Korean products. And basically, people's views of Korea have changed through like newer trends. And the upcoming generation has also like has been it helps them be more respectful and willing to learn about like our culture and our world. So overall, why is sharing our culture important? So sharing Korean culture across the world through media or trends is extremely important in preserving our culture and informing the public. The easiest and fastest way to share culture is by showing like the interesting and unique qualities that our culture has that differ from other cultures. So, like the examples that I provided were K-pop, Korean food, and Korean skincare. And those three things, among other things, have drastically increased the acceptance, knowledge, and curiosity of our culture. This growing interest helps break down barriers or negative views that people have of our country, while also showcasing Korea's rich traditions, trends, innovations, culture. So by sharing our culture to the world, it makes sure that Korean culture remains vibrant and relevant in our modern world.
Okay, so I'm gonna be talking about Asian American like media. So first, like animes and K-dramas, like many conventions and parodies were made based on Asian shows. So like Squid Game rose to fame in 2021 during the height of COVID, and it was very popular on social media, and it still is one of the biggest K-dramas that have made it worldwide. And parodies were made such as Mr. Beast Challenge, a Mr. Beast Challenge based on Squid Game. And also, anime conventions are hosted extremely often, showcasing fans who dress up as their favorite anime characters. And this is also widely showcased on social media. And the Korean movie Parasite won an Oscar, and that's a very big deal since it is a Korean movie, and an Oscar is an American like award show. So other shows that won awards are like Minari and Everything Everywhere All at Once. So content viewing Asians in a bright light. Some shows are Fresh Off the Boat, Turning Red, Kim's Convenience, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Crazy Rich Asians, and Pachinko. And these shows highlight Asians in a positive light, leading there to be equality stigma around them. So like some effects of like Asian American media is like cultural visibility, advocacy, and awareness, as well as community building. And those are just effects of Asian American representation in media, and it fosters a stronger sense of identity and belonging to Asian Americans. And the importance of this is like Asian American shows being like evident in society today is like it like spreads awareness about Asian Americans and like their experiences living as one in society. And It showcased Asian Americans in a positive viewpoint as well as integrating Asian American culture into American media.
So this is section 4, which is my section. So the rise of SoCal Asian. So the term SoCal Asian has like become a big trend across like many social media platforms. And it basically refers to Asian Americans that live in Southern California and how many of these individuals either act, dress, or look the same. And some stereotypes include raving, like boba, like the on posts for on social media, you could add hashtags, and a lot of common ones are hashtag boba, hashtag NIC, hashtag Asian, hashtag Black Mask, hashtag 06, 07, or 08, or and many more. A lot of people have been making videos commenting on SoCal Asian clothing, which often includes like a Uniqlo Airism t-shirt or Stussy and essentials like hoodies. Also, cargo pants, gray sweatpants, or baggy jeans have also been a big thing in the SoCal Asian stereotype. Perms and low taper fades have also been very prevalent in the stereotype, as well as EDM music, Keshi, and Millennium. And two photos that I included show like examples of like videos being made about SoCal Asian clothing. Next we have Eric Wu. So the first result for when you go to images after searching SoCal Asian guy is actually influencer Eric Wu and his TikTok videos. Eric Wu basically makes POV videos and like just videos where he talks freely about his personal experience as an Asian American living in the US, specifically Southern California. And he adds to a lot of the stereotypes. So some might not like that, but other people feel that he makes Asian Americans across the US feel more appreciated and embraced. And many people feel that his content is actually very relatable. And I included pictures of like the search engine Google after you search up SoCal Asian guy, as well as like the results. And you could see that this is actually Eric Wu and his TikTok videos. So some other Asian celebrities or influencers that have affected today's culture are Jimmy O Yang, and he's basically a Korean American comedian starring in many movies that you may know, including Crazy Rich Asians, which has become a very popular movie. And he does a lot of stand-up comedy shows about his like Asian American experience, and also touches on a lot of like stereotypes in the Asian American household and how he actually often relates to them. There's this emotional damage meme that was going around in 2021 and has died down ever since then, but is still lingering today. It's actually made by Stephen He, and he gained popularity for saying basically emotional damage, and he was saying it in a thick Chinese accent. And this meme, many speculate that he proclaims many Asian stereotypes, and while some loved it, some did not. And lastly, we have NSB. Basically, they are a group of Asian Americans who formed during the pandemic and makes a lot of social media content together, as well as like live in the same house. Um, a lot of people think of it as an Asian equivalent of the Hype House. And during the pandemic, their fame grew and they were highly vocal about stopping Asian hate. And on Instagram, they actually did get a lot more hate for posting like pictures of them posing next to Stop Asian Hate sign, because many people speculated that, oh, by them saying this, like racism was over, which I don't know was if that was their intent or, but basically, they got a lot of hate for that post. And they also, in general, just include like a lot of their Asian culture in their videos, which makes many people feel appreciated or represented through like social media influencers. The impact. So social media presence of Asian Americans on today's platforms can be both seen as a blessing and a curse. And a curse because Asian stereotypes strengthen and Asians become like a meme or trend or a joke. And people don't like feeling obviously as if they're a meme, trend, or joke. So at times, like social media influencers don't get a lot of love and support. But times where they do get a lot of love and support, it becomes a blessing because content creators are using their personal Asian American experience to relate to others and make many viewers feel embraced and appreciated. And below are pictures of a lot of like influencers who like embrace their Asian culture, but also the Asian stereotypes that come along with it. And these are resources. Thank you.